And I am so honored. And I have with me a special guest, gang, just for you. Dr. Simone, the self-esteem coach, founder of the TSED Academy. Welcome, Dr. Simone.
Thank you. Hello, Dr. Wynette. How are you?
I am fantastic now. Gang, I can't tell you what a treat. I really ask and hope that you can stay throughout the entire recording because she is phenomenal. The energy that you're gonna feel is really genuine too. Simone, what I love, yes, it's so true. What I love about you from the first moment I interacted with you was how whenever you were not able to make it, we worked with teenagers, guys, teenagers. And when Dr. Simone was not able to come only because of an emergency, these kids they would be so disappointed. She's phenomenal, gang. And I genuinely mean that. Dr. Simone, do you mind sharing, what do you do as a self-esteem coach?
So as a self-esteem coach, I obviously am working to help kids and teens to change the way they're thinking and feeling about themselves, right? I'd love to define self-esteem, sing my little jingle, the way I think and feel about myself, right? And so I try to make it stick in whatever way I can. And the idea is how, right? That's my buzzword, how. How do we get these kids to raise their self-esteem, to think and feel differently no matter what's going on in their lives? And that's my specialty.
Wow, phenomenal. Tell us a little bit more about your clientele. Is it adults, teenagers?
So I work with kids primarily. I also work with teenagers. And of course, that then takes me into the whole family unit because then, mom has a question, dad has a question, and then we start working kind of the whole package together. So I would say kids, teens, and families would be like the audience that I really work with.
Wow. And how, do you mind sharing a little bit, how does the TSED Academy program work? Is it only locally in our community, national, international? Oh, just tell us more.
So let me tell you. All right. So it's called it's really the Self-Esteem Doctor Academy. So that's why you're getting the TSED, because it stands for the Self-Esteem Doctor. So I like to call it TSED. TSED Academy, right? So TSED Academy is actually available globally. Get excited about that because no matter where you are in the world, if you have internet access, you can have access to some of these self-esteem building tools that we have in the Academy. And I want to tell you a little extra something too. So one of the tools that I use is called neuro-linguistic programming, right? I call it NLP to keep it short. And what it really does is help people to kind of see and feel the results that you're trying to give them, right? Helps them to make those changes a little faster, change the way their thoughts are programmed so they can get the results. And I jam-packed all of that in the Academy. So when you watch these classes, when you sign up for group, you can get these actual results because self-esteem, that's what we want, right?
Tell me about it, especially for our kids. It's so important.
Sure, because those kids become adults and we all need this. So
yes. Wow, Dr. Simone. And what's made it be so successful? I know even when I worked with you, to see the outcome of the teenagers and they really wanted and had that desire to really love themselves and want to have better and different outcomes for themselves. What's the success?
Oh, you want my secret sauce?
What's the secret?
So the secret
cocktail.
I'm going to tell you. If there's anywhere to share it, it's here. So I want to make sure that you know what I really think it is I have this ability to connect with the teens and connect with the kids, right? So I kind of get down to that level. I'm kind of silly, not taking things too seriously, so that they feel like I get them, right? I have this philosophy that I have to meet you where you are. If I'm going to come pick you up, I have to come to where you are and come get you and then bring you where I want you to go, right? Sometimes, you know, as parents, like the kid's over here and I'm over here and I'm like, come here, you know, and the kid's like, I don't know how to get there. So I'm like, I'm gonna come get you. And then we're gonna
nice.
So, yes. And I think that's one of the things, they feel safe because they kind of know, all right, she's on my level, she kind of gets me, and then they trust me to take them where I want them to go. And if you add on to that, the fact that you can make things really visual and interactive and engaging for the teens, it's not just words, right? It's just like, instead of like, blah, 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 okay, I have to remember these black and white sentences and words and letters. Like, no, I'm creating pictures. So it's more memorable. They want to take action. They want to do something and they can recall it faster. So I think that's some of my secret sauce.
Amazing, amazing. And how do you take that secret sauce and then put it in TSED Academy? Because that would be phenomenal now, especially with the environment we in. For someone over in Texas, I hope everything goes well over there, or in another state, be able to utilize this. It's so needed for our teens.
It really is. It really is. I think that's just something that's been lacking. It's like, trying to reach them, mixing the idea of getting on their level, but also providing information that like they need and they haven't heard before. Because that's the next thing, is that self-esteem is a really abstract concept. It's like, love yourself. And then kids are looking at you, teens are like, what does that mean? Like, give myself a hug, like send myself a kissy emoji. Like, what are you telling me to do? And I think that it's so abstract. And because I make it so visual, or I make these demos, or we get interactive or role play, and the videos in the courses, or the game shows that are in TSED Academy, all that stuff just makes it come to life. So it's not so abstract anymore. It becomes like real, tangible. They can see it, feel it, taste it, hear it, touch it, smell it. Like they can really get into it so they can do it. So now they can use the tools because they actually make sense. So I think packaging it there so that anyone can use it and access it in TSED Academy is where the magic happens, because they can actually see those tools. It's not an abstract concept anymore.
Wow, phenomenal. And thank you, so well put too. And as we wrap up, because it's just gonna be short and sweet, gang, want to provide you with a very, very important resource in your toolbox, especially now during these difficult times. So any tips, Dr. Simone, that you can provide to our viewers if anyone's experiencing this, hopelessness, not feeling good about themselves, not only the parents, but also, of course, the children. Any tips?
For sure, of course. I actually did a talk in Panama, or I Zoomed to Panama the other day.
Nice.
And because of the state of everything that's going on, people are not able to get out the way they used to. Just lots of changes happened really fast for a lot of us. And that caused us to feel all those emotions you just listed, hopeless and devastated and confused, and just a lot of that. And what I really wanted to bring the message to them, and I want to bring it to you also, is when we can't go outside, when outside is not as pleasant, when outside is a little scary or seems really out of our control, it's a really great time to go inside, to look inside to the inner being of who we are. Now, sometimes that seems fluffy and like, haha, woohoo, and sometimes that seems too difficult, and sometimes it seems like we don't have time for that. I live in the real world with you. I hear all of that. Check. But when situations change, they call for us to do something different, right? And in the same vein of painting pictures, let's paint the picture. If there's a fire, I need to increase water, right? I need to add water. If there's a bigger fire, I need to put more water. If I'm hungry, I need to add food. If I'm super hungry, I need more food, right? Thirsty, it's the same thing. Whenever there's a need, I can't just focus on the need. I can't just sit there and be like, oh, look, it's a fire. Right? And I got to do something. So I have to do the opposite. I have to do whatever's going to help that. So in a time when I'm feeling maybe hopeless or negative or scared or out of control with what's happening outside, this is the time for me to turn up. What am I going to do inside? How can I turn up that safety feeling? How can I turn up my focus? How can I increase the positivity that I'm snacking on or feeding on or, eating? How can I increase this influence so that I don't feel as horribly, and so that I can take some control back inside? Because that's where I do have control, some degree of control inside. And that's what I would encourage everyone to do. Find those tools that will help them go inside.
That will go inside and be able to help themselves feel better, which is definitely what you are able to offer them.
For sure, absolutely.
If anyone wanted to or needed to contact you, thank you so much. This is so good, Dr. Simone. How can they reach you? We're going to put this information, viewers, also below the video. So how could they reach you? What's the best way to contact you?
for sure. If you want to actually email me, you can contact me at Simone at TSEDacademy.com. That's Simone at TSEDacademy.com is the best way through email. We can give you phone numbers since it's all going to be down there. I'll give it all to you. So you can call me actually toll free. So anywhere you are around the world, 888-490-7484. And of course, go to TSED Academy. That's www.tsedacademy.com. And you will find everything that you need.
Phenomenal. Check it out. Viewers, you don't want to get left behind. This is some really good information. Dr. Simone, thank you so much. Everyone, please like, share, send this information to a friend who may know or need this information for their children. Let us help each other. Phenomenal tips, great information. Thank you again, Dr. Simone. Until next time.